Let's just say I am a sad Arsenal fan this weekend. Well, I don't even know where to start my discussion here today. Arsenal, a team that has brought a lot of joy and disappointments in equal measure. A couple of weeks back tulikuwa tunaongelea about the possibility of Arsenal finishing in top 4. I mean, we've been in so much of a good form, but then out of nowhere, suddenly, we are nowhere in the table. Like, compared to how we were a couple of games ago, we've lost like 3 consecutive games, and every single day the possibility of getting a top 4 finish keeps on dwindling. This past week tulitandikwa na the Saints, that is Southampton, and I'm left to ask what exactly is happening at Arsenal. I mean, I think for me it's still too early to say Arteta out, because he's done a good job in terms of putting the team together. Ametupatia wins kadhaa, and for a certain period of time there was pride in putting on the Arsenal jersey. But I'm still optimistic. I think this weekend has been one of the longest. Longest because of the banter that I've received, not because of anything bad that was going on, but just because of the banter that I've received. There's a very good friend of mine, Austin Otieno. The first thing he texted me in the morning is like, that is like after a day later. He was texting me and telling me, oh, I'm seeing that you guys have not scored again. I'm just like, what exactly is happening? But that's how the weekend has been. But then at the end of the day, football is always very unpredictable. I've not done an intro to this video because I'm pretty sure when you see my face and you see this all set, you definitely know it's Side Chat with Nation. But then if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like the other videos that you can find with relation to sports conversations that we've had previously, and more content is coming your way. On today's Monday reflection, I've already preempted one of the things that I want to talk about, which was Arsenal. I'm hoping that in our next upcoming games, which are going to be tough. Actually, this week we're going to be playing with Chelsea, and look at it from this perspective. Crystal Palace beat us 3 goals. Actually, they are the ones that started all this losing streak for us. Crystal Palace wametuchapa, and yesterday walitandikwa na Chelsea 2-0. So that basically means, according to me, kama Crystal Palace walituchapa and wamechapwa na Chelsea, which means Chelsea might be a stronger team than us this coming week. But again, fingers crossed. I'm hoping we pull one out of the bag, and at least to keep the hopes of finishing in top 4. One other thing that took place this past weekend was Lewis Hamilton amesema he will really want to see the Formula 1 return to Africa. Come to think about it, when you're looking at the Formula 1 schedule, there's no race that actually happens in the African continent. I was doing a bit of research and with relation to this topic, and I was surprised that the last time Formula 1 actually did a run in Africa was in 1993. And sad to say that South Africa has been the only country that has been able to host a Formula 1 round. And it happened just after the apartheid era. Remember the apartheid era in 1991, when it finally came to end. We know a lot of what happened in South Africa, Nelson Mandela, and all of that story. Start giving so much into history, because if I go into that, then we might as well spend the whole day here, Tandike Mkeka and all that type of thing. But come to think about it, I think it's time for us to have, Formula One African edition. I mean, I don't see why not. The sad things that happened when I was trying to research more about this issue, I googled and I typed. There's one of the suggestions that I saw. My answers are overworking. I saw that why has there not been a Formula One race in Africa? And one of the replies was because Africa does not have the financial muscle to host a Formula One race. Then I was like, really? Does it mean that Africa does not have the financial muscle to host the Formula One? I think it's time for the relevant stakeholders in the sporting world, both locally and in other countries in Africa, to seriously think about hosting the Formula One. I remember very well during, I think it was in the 2013 campaign, one of the manifestos that Alfred Mutua was running under was that he was going to bring Formula One to Machakos. Well done, well done. We've had a Formula One in Machakos. Pun intended. But it's so sad that politicians have a way of always telling us these big things, but then at the end of the day, nothing is really done. But I think it's time for us as Africa to have a Formula One Grand Prix. I mean, I don't see why not we shouldn't have a Grand Prix in the African continent. Because if you're looking at it in terms of continents, Africa and Antarctica are the only continents. I just call Africa a country. Anyway, it's not a country, just for corrections. I see a lot of people saying I'm going to Africa, or when they meet you abroad, they're like, so how is your brother doing? I mean, we are a continent, not a country, so don't get it twisted. Anyway, what I was trying to say is, in the whole of the continents in the world, it's only, the Formula One is not only being held in Antarctica and in Africa. Clarion call to our leaders, do something about it. I believe Africa has the potential, we have the muscle of hosting the Grand Prix. I mean, last year we had the WRC, the Safari Rally, making a comeback after over 19 years hiatus. So I think we can do this. These are things that we can do, and we should actually push for these things to happen. Which other thing did I want to talk about? I just want to talk about the CAF Champions League fixtures that were played during this Easter. Orlando Pirates were playing against Simba SC in Tanzania. I must say that our brothers in Tanzania are doing a really good job with football. I mean, look at the way teams in Tanzania are doing. The capacity of that stadium in Tanzania was 60,000. And if you go look at the pictures, actually, the whole stadium was full with football fans. Which begs the question, when are we ever going to get there? As a country, the only times that we see such packed stadiums is when we're having athletics, or when the national team, that is the Harambee Stars, is playing against a country, say Egypt, Nigeria, Ghana, and the likes. So I'm just hoping that something will be done, and we can get back to our ways of supporting African football. That has been the Monday catch-up episode of Side Chat with Nation. These episodes are going to be coming to you every Monday. And just I've said, if you're new to the channel, make sure you go to the channel and subscribe. The channel is Side Chat with Nation. Like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to get to like 500 subscribers, man. Nataka kuwa monetize, man. Give me that opportunity. So We'll catch up again tomorrow. Tomorrow there's a special edition that is going to be coming on Site Chat with Nation. We're going to be doing this every single day. Let's just say it's such a hard thing to do. But as I usually say, just start and see how other things are going to come. Peace. See you in the next one.